It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Monday, down, 185. Light 54. Watch the slant.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
On second and 9, Carr. And this is caught. It's Parker. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up third and
3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
93. 93.
On third down, Drake. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Break down. 180. 54 Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Carr now on first down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A draw play now. Delage. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
We're good. We're good. 180. That's it.
The give running right, Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
At the 17-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Go!
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Kyle Van Noy, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Fielded just inside the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Down! You want it, 54! Mike, 54! You don't know no better. Express! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch it.
On first down, Drake, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
185! All day, every day, any day. White!
On 2nd and 7, Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
First down and goal to go.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. On 1st and goal, Drake. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Down! 180! Mike, 54! You run! That's it!
Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settled for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And his pass, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here we go.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Hey, my 7.
From the 44, Garoppolo, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Kyle Van Noy, his second sack of the night. After one, it's 9-0. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Mike, 28. Block. You can't block me. Hey, box drop. Army. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Check, 93's the mic. 65. White. Hey, alert 3.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Carr now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Still's the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
21. White. Hey, whoa. Under 10. You go 1, Omaha. You got tight right there.
Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
12.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Goodwin able to haul it in. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Don't let it breathe. Hey, alert. Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Drops it off for Coleman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
21. Hey, check 24. Showing it. 11. Hot.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
5.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
21. Here we go.
2nd down and goal. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
I got 11. He's mine. Hey, number 28, Mike. He's coming. Check in. I got him. 13. 13. Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Express.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Hey, echo. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 59 is Mike.
Throwing his car on 3rd down, and he hits Drake. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Garoppolo now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Snead's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Garoppolo again. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And it's 3rd down.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Oh, Gold missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
6, 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, Zoo. 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
We own them. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
49ers.
Here we go.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
I got this. Hold. 5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. I got one. Check. Fresno.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Kill. Hey, watch it. Watch the twist.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch the ship. 21.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
80 weapons.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Goal down for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. He stepped right up like a pro.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again. Carr. Safarian Jenkins has it. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 54. Move. I got one.
Running, it's Drake. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They run it with Balaj. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
6, heavy.
From the gun, it's Carr. It's complete to Grant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Check. Watch 54. 694. Hey, you don't want to see me. You
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
6-18. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They gonna need some therapy.
Here's Carr to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
On play action, now Garoppolo going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll air this one toward Coleman. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Returnable for Grant.
We got this.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get that one.
Carr going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Carr now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is something that we know that they like to do, incorporating him out of the backfield into their passing attack.
And it's not just a check down option either. This is a full part of their offense, and they rely on the fact that they can get the ball in his hands.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 21, 21. 36.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Watch the screen. Safe. 2. Black.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Set hunt.
It's Coleman here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, here I come. Quiet down. Here I come.
Throwing again. Carr. It's complete to Drake. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
734. 56 to Mike. 56.
Shotgun now for Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. White. Switch.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Completes it to Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Oh, no dice there. That is excellent penetration. They give him no lane whatsoever to try and sneak the football across, and in fact, he'll wind up losing ground on 1st down.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Oh, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Not today, you are.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. The 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Drake. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
What now? 180.
54 Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 3rd down, it's Drake, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Sanders is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Artie Burns, former first rounder, there to break that one up. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up